Guys, we are here December 29th. A few more days until 2021 comes around. Thank goodness. Let's just get right into it. Yesterday, core values hit. We had Levert killing it. We had Wright killing it. We had Wood. We had Harden, of course. Josh Jackson, a really great value there, ended up getting inserted in the starting lineup. Kyle Anderson was there. There were some great values. We hit on the big buck dudes. Mason Plumlee smashed. However, I had John Morant in the end of my night quickly, unfortunately. Probably would have took first place if he hadn't got injured and just played his regular game. But can't be mad at that. Just hopefully John Morant is back soon on the court. NBA is funner when Jaw's playing. But today we are going to be talking about the 4-game slate, and we will get right into it. We will go through the normal 2 or 3 value plays and your core 4 or 3 players that you're going to want in your lineups, your cash lineups in this contest. Our first value play is going to be Muscala. With Horford out for rest today, we are going straight to Muscala. He's going to be in a great spot here. He's got to play minutes. He's up against Vooch, no one else that can really match that man. And Vooch is going to get his points today. We'll talk about him later. But Muscala at $10 bare minimum. He's already been in the rotation this year. I see him 25 to 28 minutes tonight minimum. He's going to smash his value. I see him upward into the 30 fantasy points per minute. 30 fantasy points total today, which will crush his value. So go ahead, Mike Muscala, the number 1 value of the day, hands down. After that, you guys, it gets a little interesting. Culver might be in the starting lineup, so he might be an interesting piece. With Okogie out, but I'm not a huge fan of Culver there. It really comes down to they're just not moving the price on this man. I can't pronounce his first name, so I won't. But Mr. Dort, he's out there for 30 plus minutes. They're going to need his offensive contribution. He can get some defensive stats. If he's in there for 33 minutes, I want this man. If he can get us anywhere between 28 to 30, he's met his value and done his job. He'll be on the floor. Dort is going to be my number 2 value of the day. And then after that, we're going right back to the well with OKC. And we're probably going to play Bazley too at $14 for value. Again, if he's out on the court for 33 minutes a night at $14, he's only got to hit 28 fantasy points. He didn't meet value yesterday against a tough Utah team. He still got 12 boards against Utah. I think this matchup will be slightly easier, not a lot easier. Orlando is playing with quick pace. I like this matchup for Bazley. I like OKC a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to make value. I think the game will be close. They're on a back-to-back, but I'm not worried. Most of their team is young, and the older guys, George Hill's questionable, and Horford's already out. So these are my main value plays tonight. I'm not really fascinated in anyone else in the cheapish range. I'll say this: Reed is a great play too. Okay, if you want to, you could go Reed or you can go Muscala. I wouldn't go both because you need that other spot for one of our core plays. But Reed's not a bad option here. I'm not going to go Millsap on a back-to-back. Cole Anthony, I wish he was getting more minutes. He looks like a baller. Like I said, Jarrett Culver, he's an option down here. And there's just not much today that I'm very intrigued in besides these value plays we've already discussed. Josh Hart, he is getting a handful of minutes. So if you like that $12 price tag off the bench, he's getting close to 30 minutes a game. So that's an option there too. Look out for George Hill being out. That's a big piece that we're looking for. But these are my main value plays of the day: Muscala and Baisley and Dort. Fire up yourself some OKC. Next, let's go into the core plays. First core play of the day. We have to decide what center. I can't trust Ayton's minutes. Vooch is coming in as our first core play, $38 against Muscala. I like pairing your core play Vooch with your value play Muscala. I think Muscala could just rack it up because he's going to have to be out there. Someone has to be out there to stop Vooch. If Muscala's not out there to stop Vooch, who's going to stop him? My goodness. That could get ugly. So Vooch, smashing in there. I'm not going to reach for Joker for the extra $9 and in a back-to-back. He's a great play if you want to go there. $38 is where I want to be in my first core play to spread that money out. My next core play, I'm going straight with Zion Williamson. I like Ingram as well, but Zion just has that. He can get you some steals. He can get you some blocks, rebounds, scoring. He can do anything. And the man is getting minutes now. He's averaging 35 minutes. That's scary. That's scary. He had 5 steals last game and ended up not even having a great offensive game. Watch out. They only increased him $2. We will not be seeing $38 Zion much more this year. I can guarantee you that. Book him in as your second core play. Keep it moving. We need to have a point guard core play. I can't believe Ja got hurt yesterday because that was going to be easy cash, but let's come back and make the right decision here. Jamal got banged up. It doesn't look like he's on the injury report. He could be a solid play at 31. I can't trust Ball. I just can't. There's Ball, there's Bledsoe, there's Zion, there's Ingram. And I think in order, in terms of offense, it's Zion, Ingram, Ball, Bledsoe, or Bledsoe, Ball. Bledsoe's playing a former team. I don't know. I just can't trust those guys. Zion's, that's why he's locked in as a core, and I can't trust Ball here. At point guard, I do think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people that you could play as a core point guard. But I'm going back to Shy. Like I said, fire up OKC, a nice paced game. And on top of that, he's going to handle the ball more than anyone on the slate, especially if George Hill's out, he's an automatic, just plug and play. He's still one of my core plays. Okay. So that's humongous. And then I do not care if Kawhi plays or doesn't play. I am firing up Paul George, and that is a huge core play. Had a terrible game last game. He's going to come back. They are going to spank Minnesota. He's playing the minutes that I want him to. That was a blowout, of course. Historic blowout, actually. Shout out to Dallas. But I love Paul George here. Thank goodness not playoff P. This is regular season P. Regular season P is way better, as we all know. So this is the core 4 for the day, guys. We got SGA, we got Paul George, we got Zion, and we got Vooch. Plug in some of those value plays, like I said, and let's keep it moving. Let's hope everyone stays healthy on this slate this time, and let's get back in the cash. It's been a little bit since Christmas since I got back in there. I hope some of you guys have been in the cash with some of these core plays and values that I'm trying to help out, and let's keep moving for these fishy fish. Good luck to all you guys today. I shall be back on the next slate. Love y'all. See ya.